that alter what you do in your classrooms? So have a think about that. Right, just a little bit more about English as an international language. Here's a definition of it, if you're interested in reading a definition. Do feel free to take a picture if you want to read the definition later. And okay, here's the last thing I'm going to say, then we'll go on to the fun bit. See, I brought my tambourine over there. So, your pronunciation priorities, if English as an international language is your goal and the pronunciation associated with that international intelligibility, these are the things, according to the latest research, that really make a difference in terms of intelligibility. The first is consonant clusters, like strong, the ST sound. Yeah? If students make mistakes with those consonant clusters, it makes them difficult to understand. Similarly, the length of a vowel. If your student says sheep, but they mean ship. I went to see a sheep. Yeah? If they say that, that again makes them difficult to understand. What we're going to be focusing on for the second part of this session is sentence stress, where you put the beat in the sentence. That's very important. And the fourth element, possibly, is word stress, yeah? Which is the strongest sound in the words. For example, in the word mother, the M is stressed, right? And the B is not stressed. Okay, so those are the four elements. If you're thinking about, especially English teachers, if you're thinking about teaching pronunciation, these are the things that you should be focusing on, because these are the things that prevent intelligibility if they are not done properly. Okay, so let's move on to the main topic of today. And this is the brain loves rhythm. Okay, now, I'm not just saying that. The brain people, of which I am not one, but the brain people, I am sure, say that the brain does love rhythm. And the rhythm can help us to memorize things, to recall things, to better understand and process things, especially when it comes to vocabulary and pronunciation, which is what we're looking at today. So, if you want to read any of that research, here are a couple to get you started. QR code on the screen for that one. I'm not going to say any more about it, because, you know, it's research. That would not make for an exciting session. But if you want to read it, here's the evidence. And there's one more. There you go. So you can read more about the research into rhythm, pronunciation, etc. there. Okay, so things to remember about English, whether you are teaching in English or teaching English, is that English is a stress-timed language. And that means that there are strong sounds and weak sounds. So if I say, for example, how did you go to the park? I'm not saying, how did you go to the park? I'm not giving an equal beat to each of those words. There are strong words and there are weak words. How did you go to the park? How did you go to the park? It's got a bit of a rhythm, no? But how did you go to the park? So I've got what we call content words, which contain the heavy beat, and the grammar words, which contain the weak beat. And this is a stress-timed language. English is one example, German is another example. If your first language is not stress-timed, then you may have, or your children may have difficulty in getting those strong beats and weak beats. And so this is what we're going to look at, a way to solve that. Okay, let me demonstrate what I mean, in case it's not clear. I think I better get my tambourine. Demonstrate how you can say each of these sentences in exactly the same amount of time, which you can only do in a stress-timed language. Now, if you look at the first one, dog, cat, fish, duck, it seems quite short, doesn't it? And if you look at the last one, a dog and then a cat and then a fish and then after a duck, that seems much longer. But in fact, it takes the same amount of time to say them all. Okay, so let's do it. Are you ready? Yes. Dog, cat, fish, duck. A dog, a cat, a fish, a duck. A dog, a cat, and a fish, and a duck. A dog, and a cat, and a fish, and a duck. A dog, and a excellent. Okay. Takes the same amount of time. Let's do another one. I want everyone to join in this time. Thank you very much. Okay. Are you ready? Okay, I think you should clap. Takes the same amount of time to say as the first sentence, and that's because English is a stress-timed language. So, when you're teaching pronunciation, we said that sentence stress is one of the things that makes people intelligible. So your students need to have some elements, at least, of that stress timing. Okay, let us now look at some jazz chants and songs. Now, jazz chants. Has anyone come across jazz chants before? Yep. Excellent. Jazz chants, yes. I can do, yes.
The presentation will be shared, so focus on what you say, listen and get it on.
Okay, so jazz chants were first put forward by a fantastic, a legend of a woman called Carolyn Graham, who was an English teacher at New York City University, and also a piano player in a jazz band in the evening. And she noticed how the rhythm of traditional American jazz was pretty similar to the rhythm of spoken English, of natural spoken English. And so she started using and devising these jazz chants for use in her English classes. Google her. She's got lots of books with ready-made jazz chants in them. I'm going to show you how to make your own jazz chants. So you don't need to buy the books. But she is a fantastic woman. If you get a chance to see a video or read anything about her, she's a legend. Okay, let's just show you an example of some jazz chants. Okay, these are all from Carolyn Graham's books. Okay, so just to show you how they work. This is a very simple one. Stand up. Okay, so So I just want you to start clapping, yeah? 4 by 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, I like you. 1, 2, I like you. 1, 2, 3, you like me, and I like you. Excellent, well done. Don't sit down, don't sit down. Okay, you can sit down. Sit down. Sit down, if you want. So, let's divide you down the middle. This side of the room, you are group 1. Okay? This side of the room, you are group 2. Okay. So we're just going to do this very simple chant. Yeah, you can see what you need to say up on the screen. So, when you say hi, how are you, I want you to wave at each other. And when you say fine, how are you, I want you to give a big thumbs up to your colleagues on the other side of the room. Okay, are you ready? Yes. Okay. What? Oh, if you're doing a jazz chant, always count the children in. Yeah, always with a 1, 2. Yeah, count them in. Here we go. Are you ready? Yes. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hi, how are you? Good. Oh dear, oh dear. Let's start again. I'll do it with you, and then let's just keep going a couple of times once you've got it, okay? But the other good thing about this is, because all of the children are chanting together, they get that confidence, because it's not just them alone. Oh, I'm going to make a mistake. None of that is there. Yeah? So, I'll do it with you until you get it. Are you ready? Yes. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hi, how are you? Fine, how are you? 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 Excellent. Okay, now Carolyn's book is a good example of how you can split these things up so there's a call and response. So let's just go through the whole thing once, and then we'll split the room up into 3 groups this time. Okay, so here's how it goes. Feel free to join in. We'll just go through the whole thing once. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. What do you wear on your head? A hat. What do you wear on your hands? Gloves. What do you wear on your feet? Socks, shoes and socks, shoes and socks. What do you wear when it's cold? Socks, shoes and socks, shoes and socks. What do you wear when it's warm? Socks, shoes and socks, shoes and socks. Where do you wear your hat? On my head. Where do you wear your gloves? On my hands. What do you wear on your feet? Socks, shoes and socks, shoes and socks. Okay? So, now let's split you up into 3 groups. So let's do this line. I'm drawing a line down here. Okay? You are group 1. You've got the heavy lifting. You're asking the questions. Okay. This line in the middle and this line in the middle. I'm going to leave you for a moment. I'm drawing a line. Okay? This side of the room, you are group 2, so you're giving the answers. This group in the middle, you have a very special job. You need to clap, keep the rhythm, but all the way through, I just want you to say, shoes and socks, 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 shoes and socks. Okay? All the way through. Okay? Right. Okay, let's practice it once, and I'll do it with you, and then we'll do it a last time, and you can do it on your own. Okay? So, you're going to be asking the questions, you're going to be giving the answers, and you're the shoes. Okay. Maybe we don't have enough time, we'll just do it once. Right? We'll just do it once. So, you better be good. Okay, so let's start with the shoes and socks, please. I'll count you in. Are you ready? Yeah! Okay, I'll do it with you. 1, 2, 3, 4. Shoes and socks, shoes and socks, shoes and socks, shoes and socks. What do you wear on your head? What do you wear on your hands? What do you wear on your feet? Socks. Shoes and socks, shoes and socks. What do you wear when it's cold? Socks. What do you wear when it's hot? Socks. And socks. What do you wear in your hat? What do you wear on your feet? What do you wear on your feet? Socks, shoes and socks, shoes and socks. Okay, give yourself a round of applause. Okay. So those are some published jazz chants. I'd like us to look, because it's more practical, isn't it? I'd like us to look at how you can just create your own, no matter what subject you're teaching. Okay? So, here's all you need to do. You need to select a topic. Obviously, it's the topic you are teaching. Doesn't make any difference if it's English, maths, science, social studies, anything you like. Yeah? And the key terms, key words that you want your students to remember and to know how to pronounce. Yeah, the key words. And you write these down. Now, to make a beautiful, musical sounding jazz chant, it's a good idea to have an understanding of the number of syllables in each of the words that you've chosen. For example, grammar, 2 syllables. Yeah? Down, 1 syllable. So have an idea of the number of syllables. And then, if you want to make it more complex, you can add some grammar and other language. Let's have a look at how we do it. Okay, so here is a particularly beautiful syllable combination, which is 3 syllables, bicycle, followed by 2 syllables, yo-yo, followed by 2 syllables, jump rope, followed by 1 syllable, ball. And just with this, you can do a very lovely jazz chant. Huh? So you can just go bicycle, yo-yo, jump rope, ball. Bicycle, yo-yo, jump rope, ball. Bicycle, yo-yo, bicycle, yo-yo, bicycle, yo-yo, jump rope, ball. Let's do it together. It's very simple, very effective. Okay, are you ready? After 3, 1, 2, 3. Bicycle, yo-yo, jump rope, ball. Bicycle, yo-yo, jump rope, ball. Bicycle, jump rope, bicycle, jump rope, bicycle, yo-yo, jump rope, ball. So that's syllable pattern, yeah? That's 3, 2, 2, 1. Makes it very beautiful, very rhythmic. And there's a simpler one, which also sounds very nice. Huh? This time we've got 2, 3, 1. So, for example, baseball, basketball, golf. Okay, and listen to this, we'll just do this, because this is very beautiful. Okay. Baseball, basketball, golf. Baseball, basketball, golf. Baseball, basketball, baseball, basketball, baseball, basketball, golf. Yeah, very nice. So you can make it even more memorable by putting some actions to it. So can I have 3 volunteers, please? 3 volunteers. 1, yes sir, please come up to stage. Yes ma'am. Yes ma'am, please. And please, yes, please come up to stage. We can have more. Okay. Please come up to the stage. As many as wishes can come up to the stage. Okay, so show me your action for baseball. Yeah, and you all have to do the same action. Oh, Sir's got a good one. So can you make sure you all do the same action for baseball? Excellent. Show me your action for basketball. Oh, there we go, perfect. And your action for golf. Okay. Right, so we're going to do the chant. You're going to do the actions. Okay? You can join in the chant if you want to, but your main job is to do the actions. Okay? Are you ready? Yes. Say so after 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Baseball, basketball, golf. Baseball, basketball, golf. Baseball, basketball, baseball, basketball, baseball, basketball, golf. Excellent. Yes, that's that 4/4 rhythm.
Baseball, basketball, yeah, golf. Can we do that?
You should do that. I think 4/4, yeah, is good for pronunciation. But of course you can adapt it, whatever works. This is not set in stone, this technique. Okay, so when I said you can add some grammar, I mean just like this, simple grammar, to make it meaningful. So we've still got the same 4/4. 1, 2, 3, 4. He plays baseball, she plays basketball, they play golf, they play golf. He plays baseball, she plays basketball, they play golf, they play golf. Yeah, and then you can make it even more interesting. Okay, stand up please. Okay, so we're going to do this. I'm going to demonstrate it. I need to put the microphone down. Yeah, I'm going to demonstrate it. Okay, so it's 1, 2, 1, 2, right, left, clap, right, clap. 1, 2, 1, 2, left, clap, right. Okay, got it? Okay, so please find a partner. Okay, practice it, practice it. 1, 2, clap, clap, left, clap, right, clap. 1, 2, clap, clap, left, clap, right, clap. He plays baseball, she plays basketball, they play golf, they play golf. He plays baseball, she plays basketball, they play golf, they play golf. He plays baseball, she plays basketball, they play golf, they play golf. He plays, okay, very good. Okay, so let's have a look at another way you can make it more interesting. So we've gone from a very basic vocabulary chant, just 3 or 4 words, to I'm fine at the moment, thank you, to a grammar chant, which has a bit more meaning. And now you can create something even more beautiful and complex by adding a bit of music and singing. And the thing here is to not worry if you can't really sing, because I can't really sing either. So, I've chosen a piece of English folk music, because I'm English. But you could choose a piece of music appropriate to your students. And it's very simple. I need clip 1, audio clip 1. And I need the slide also. Oh, there you are. I need audio clip 1 and I need the slide to remain on the screen. Okay, so this is what we're going to do. Does he play baseball? Yes, he does. Does she play basketball? Yes, she does. Do they play cricket? There we go. Yes, please. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Does he play baseball? Yes, he does. Does she play basketball? Yes, she does. Do they play cricket? Yes, they do. Do they play football? Yes, I do. Does he play baseball? Yes, he does. Does she play basketball? Yes, she does. Do they play cricket? Yes, they do. Do you play football? Yes, I do. Excellent. Yeah, so you just simply get a bit of music, instrumental music, whatever music is meaningful for you, your students, and put some words to it. We will be back in a moment when the clicking thing starts clicking. I'll just have a sip of water. In just a moment. Or you use internet resources. Lots of good stuff on YouTube. I'll show you a couple of examples in a moment. Or you can use artificial intelligence to help you. And I'll show you how you can use that. So, first of all, let's have a look at my favourite, which is do it yourself. Yeah, you always get what you want if you do it yourself. So, here's an example of a very simple chemistry chart. Any chemistry teachers in the room? Yay, chemistry teachers! Okay. So here's a chart for you, and as you can see, it's this simple formula that we looked at a few minutes ago. It's 2, 3, 1. Yeah, 2, 3, 1. So let's do it. You know how to do this one. 1, 2, 3, 4. Carbon, hydrogen, zinc. Carbon, hydrogen, zinc. Carbon, hydrogen, carbon, hydrogen, carbon, hydrogen, zinc. Okay? Or we can make it a bit more beautiful by putting some music to it. So here's an activity that you could use, still for chemistry teachers. We're still on chemistry here. We want music clip number 2, and we want the slide on screen as well. I need the slide on the screen. And I need the volume a little bit lower. Okay, so the point I'm making here is that you can use a very, very simple tune. You don't need to be a musical genius or a great singer. Just use a simple tune. Ideally, a tune that all of the kids are going to know already, so they don't lose any of their cognitive limit by thinking about the tune. So, let's practice this one together. I'd like you all standing up. Stand up, why don't you? It's easier to sing if you're standing up. So again, let's do a call and response. Who's got the tambourine? Perhaps you'd like to play the tambourine, Mark. Okay. So we're going to do the questions this side of the room, the answers this side of the room. Okay, I'll help you, don't worry. Okay, can we have the music? instant? Is it soft? I'm too high, it is. Is it boron? No, it isn't. Is it sulfur? Yes, it is. Is it chlorine? No, it isn't. Is it sulfur? Yes, it is. Is it neon? No, it isn't. Is it sulfur? Yes, it is. Exactly. As simple as that. Simple as that. Thank you. Cut the music. So please have a seat. I tell you, if you do that, your kids will remember those elements very easily. They won't even know that they're doing it. Won't even know that they're doing it. Okay. Next then, I'd just like to show you very briefly, now you've been doing all this hard work, get a chance to relax for a couple of minutes, but I'd just like to show you the sort of resources that you might consider using for pronunciation teaching, singing, chanting on YouTube. So now we can turn off the presentation, it doesn't need to be there, and I want to show video number 3. Okay, you can find lots of songs. Maybe you'll like some of them. Be critical. If ever you're looking at YouTube, be critical. I think with all of these things that we're looking at, and particularly with artificial intelligence, which we'll move on to look at in a moment, what you want to be thinking about is, not how can I use this, but is this suitable for the learning that I want to take place in my classroom? And if it is, use it, and if it's not, don't. Okay. More about that in a moment. Let's have the video. Okay, again, this is science. And this is the periodic table song. Can we have volume up a bit, please?
Helium, then lithium, beryllium, boron, carbon everywhere, nitrogen all through the air, oxygen, sulfur, chlorine for your 3D TE, neon to light up the sign, sodium for salty times, magnesium, aluminium, silicon, phosphorus, then sulfur, chlorine, then argon, potassium, calcium, so you'll grow strong, scandium, titanium, vanadium, and chromium, and manganese. This is the periodic table, the whole gas is stable, halogens and alkali react aggressively. Each period will see you out or shovel. Electrons are added, moving to the right. Iron is the 26th link of what bring together. Copper, zinc, gallium, germanium, and arsenic, selenium, and rhodium, will krypton half-life.
Okay, so you get the idea. You can find that on YouTube. Well, find that on YouTube. All you chemistry teachers out there. I spoke to a chemistry teacher who's used this. She broke it down into manageable bits. And I think that's important. You can't throw all of that language at students at one time. Okay, let's have a look at the second one. Here's an example of a British history lesson using song. So if we have the next video clip, number 4, I think it is. We don't need the song. Okay. Okay, so as you can see, it's not just English. You can use songs and chants, and not just with young kids either. I use songs and chants with teenagers. I use songs and chants with adults. Yeah? The brain loves rhythm. The brain loves movement and action. Remember earlier on we were putting actions to those jazz chants, the baseball, basketball, golf. Do that, yeah? Add action and rhythm, and makes things very, very easy to remember. Okay, the last option that you've got is artificial intelligence. Now, I created this picture with artificial intelligence, and I'd like you to think of artificial intelligence as crayons. Yes. So I was thinking, we as teachers, especially if we're teaching young children maybe, crayons are a very, very useful classroom resource. Yeah? Would you agree with me?
Yes.
Yeah, we love crayons. Did you get a module at Teacher Training College about how to use crayons in the classroom? No, you didn't. Because what we do with crayons is we use crayons when we think the crayons will help learning. And that's exactly what I think you should be doing with artificial intelligence. Yeah? Is it going to help the learning? If the answer is yes, well, why not have a go at using it? Yeah, we're going to have to sooner or later, whether we like it or not. Yeah? So why not have a go? Why not have a play around? Yeah? If it's going to help the learning. But if it's not going to help the learning, then don't get the crayon box out. So that's just something to think about in terms of artificial intelligence. And there are ethical things to think about. There's all sorts of complicated things to think about. I'll give you a link to a couple of sites from the United Nations at the end of the session. What does UNESCO, the education part of the United Nations, have to say about intelligence? And also, I think more importantly, UNICEF, which is all about child protection. So what do they have to say about artificial intelligence? I'll give you some links to some documents in a moment. But let's first of all just share a few examples of what I mean when I say artificial intelligence. I like these two. Have a look at these. They can really save us as teachers quite a lot of time. They do the donkey work. They can spark ideas. I mean, I don't know about you, but whenever I use artificial intelligence, I think it's done maybe 40, 50% of the work for me. Certainly not 100% of the work for me. It can't replace us yet. That's what I think. Maybe not for many, many years to come. Maybe never. But these two sites will save you time. Yeah, I think they're both quite good, so have a look at those. My favourite one, though, which we're going to dwell on, is this. Has anyone come across ScooNews? ScooNews will make a nice song for you. And you can either play it directly from the website, or you can download it and then use it as a video. Let me just show you an example of a song for geology that I created with ScooNews. So can we have the next video clip, please? It's number one. Yeah, that one. I told ScooNews to make me a song about 3 types of rock. Yeah? Yeah, you put... Yeah, exactly. So I just said, make me a song about those 3 types of rock, and this is what it came up with.
In years gone from mighty fire, my local she does inspire. Granite falls on crystals bright, solidified from molten light. Sedimentary on air, particles settle, water's fair. Sandstone shielded rivers bed, time and pressure lay in spread. Free may touch the rock they be, iggy sedimentary, metamorphic heat and flood, changed by forces earth and mud.
Okay, so that's just an example of what you can do. You can tell it to do anything. I think if you're going to use artificial intelligence, what you need to master is the art of the prompt. So the more specific you can be when you're telling it what to do, the better the output it produces. And I couldn't resist it. I asked ScooNews to create a song for all of us and this wonderful conference. So let's have a look at our conference song. Feel free to clap and wave your hands and join in at the chorus. Number 6, it is. Okay, so let's see what you think.
Under the August sky,
Bit too big.
teachers gathered hand in hand.
Can't see the whole screen. Can't see the whole screen.
Paper's color shine in the heart of Rajasthan. Lessons shared and stories told, dreams of learning in the air. A city's once so bold, teachers bonding everywhere. In Jaipur we unite for knowledge day and night. Through all this heat we strive, together we will thrive. In Jaipur we unite for knowledge day and night. Through all this heat we strive, together we will thrive. Workshops and wisdom flow in passes that grow. Each idea a seed, in Jaipur hearts we sow. From this semblance we carry, with passion in our eyes. In every classroom stay, our hopes begin to rise. In Jaipur we unite, on knowledge day and night. Through all this heat we strive, together we will fly. In Jaipur we unite, for knowledge day and night. Through all this heat we strive, together we will fly. We will fly.
So that's just an example of what Suno can do from a very simple prompt. Think of the creative songs you can make for your kids just by using that simple and free tool. You get 5 a day free just for giving them your email address. Or you can sign up and pay money and get more. Okay, can we go back to the presentation? What have I done with the clicking thing? Oh, there it is. Thank you, Ryan. Okay, there's a link to that song. If you want that song, that's the QR code. If you want your conference song, take a pic of the QR code. It's there. I've got the wrong date, haven't I? I've got 2023 on the screen. Apologies for that. Sorry, I'm a year behind. Okay, so that's the song. Okay, as I was saying, these are interesting if you're thinking about education, AI, you want to do sort of a deeper dive into the moral, ethical questions and usage. Have a look at either of these two. The one on the left, the UNICEF document, that's particularly important, I think. So do have a look at those. Right, we're coming to the end shortly of our session, and I just want to point out how all of this that we've been talking about fits into this experiential learning cycle, which I'm sure you all know about. It certainly features quite heavily in the National Education Policy of India 2020. This is what the National Education Policy says. So this is what they want you to do. Okay, so let's just think then about how what we've been looking at fits into that. So the concrete experience, it's doing the chant, singing the song. That's the concrete experience. Then don't forget that if you're following an experiential learning pedagogy, the children need time to think about what they did. This could be a few moments of personal reflection. It could be listening to a recording of their pronunciation. It could be talking to their friends about how easy or difficult they found it to pronounce those words. That's all it takes. It's not a big production number. They just need a few moments reflection. Then we've got the abstract conceptualization. And this, you're giving them a chance to think about it. Yeah? Say you've had a look at some words which have got a difficult sound for your students in them. Get them to think about that sound. Get them to think of other words which contain that sound. Get them to practice using that sound, recognizing their mouth movements, for example. Where's their tongue when they are saying that sound? That's the abstract conceptualization. And then you give them the opportunity to say more words or to find more words that contain the sound that you've been looking at. That's the active experimentation. Or they write their own song, or they practice dialogue, or they do whatever. They read something else, doesn't matter. Yeah, that's the active experimentation. So all of these things fit in. And just to show you that rhythm really does make things easier to remember, I'd like to end with a chant to help you remember that rather wordy and complex experiential learning cycle. I've simplified it down to 4 statements. Do it, that's the concrete experience. The reflective observation, reflect on it. How did I do? Did I do well? Not so well? Think about it. Do I understand it? And then play with it. Use it. Okay? So, let us do a final 2-part chant. So, I'll demonstrate it to you first. We're going to do one side and then the other side. So it's going to be like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Concrete experience. Do it. Reflective observation. Reflect on it. Abstract conceptualization. Think about it. Active experimentation. Play with it. Notice how quickly you have to speak and articulate to say abstract conceptualization. Abstract conceptualization. Try saying that really quickly under your breath. Quite difficult. Abstract conceptualization. Okay, so let's try it. This side, you're going to be doing the words in red. This side of the room, I'd like you to be doing the words in blue. Okay? Are you ready? So let's do a count of 4. So, feel free to clap if you wish. After 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Concrete experience. Reflective observation. Active conceptualization. Active experimentation. One more time. Excellent, give yourself a round of applause. Okay. So, let's have a look. I'm going to play you, we'll finish off by listening to last song from ScooNews, which is all about Cobb's learning cycle, just to show you what that can do. But before we finish, let's have a look. Hopefully, now, remember I showed you this at the beginning of the session? So now, oh, it's gone. Come back! Come back! Don't go! It's coming. Oh, there it is. Welcome back. So, what is international intelligibility? Hopefully you can all answer that question. Put your hand up if you could answer that question. Can you answer that question? What is international intelligibility? Put your hand up. if I were to come and ask you what is international intelligibility, could you give me a rough answer? Yeah? I hope so. What are our pronunciation priorities? Maybe you don't remember those. They are word stress, sentence stress, vowel length, ship, sheep, and consonant clusters. Excellent, excellent. And what are jazz chants? Well, it's the 1, 2, 3, 4. Using natural language, but putting it to that 1, 2, 3, 4 rhythm. Why do we want to use rhythm? What loves rhythm? The brain loves rhythm. And don't forget, the brain also loves a bit of action as well. How can you integrate songs and chants into your classroom practice? We looked at a number of ways. You can write your own, you can have a look at YouTube, or you can use AI, in particular ScooNews. So, have a think now what you're going to take away from today's session. I hope you can take something away, and just to concretize that a little bit, can you tell the person sitting next to you one thing you quite liked about today's session? Just one thing. Tell the person sitting next to you one thing you liked about today's session. Tell the person sitting next to you first, and then we'll come around and hear a few. Okay, lots of people love ScooNews. So, thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, for participation. And as promised, we've got a song about Cole's experiential learning cycle. So that's the last video clip. Okay, so we'll just watch that. Last time.
Yeah, as it is coming, sir, I believe you have been in Kathmandu for the last 20 years.
It's true.
So how much of Nepali can you speak? How much of Hindi can you speak?
No, zero.
No, zero. Punjabi?
No.
No, because I'm looking at you. So why this?
Je parle français, si tu veux parler français, je
Oh
peux
my
parler
God.
français encore.
Sir, you are abusing me. Please don't do that. Right, as this comes up, I think it's important we put our hands together to a family.
Experience. It's everywhere. First we do, then we reflect. That's how we learn. No neglect. Reflect on what we see. Concepts come to be. Abstract thinking in mind. Come on. New ideas we will find. Come on. Concepts, learn and grow. Feel the beat, let it flow. Cycle rounds down and we are. Oh yeah, knowledge gain. We ascend. let's go. Congratulate you, let's go, let's go. Put it to the test, nah, nah, nah. Experience at its best, nah, nah, nah. Every step something new, come on, come on. Learn fast, straight and true, come on, come on. Reflecting deep inside, see the world open wide. Cycle on, run it, run around, look around, spin, dance, with some fun, speed on up and wide. Cycle of learning, round and round, spin, spin. In this dance, wisdom found. Spin it, abstracting deep inside. Come on, twirl it. Our journey never ends. Twirl it, twirl it, twirl it, twirl it, twirl it, twirl it, twirl it. Come on, come on.
Can we put our hands together to Burlington and Mr. Steele? Please give him a very big round of applause. Please come over, sir. Can I have the Burlington team over here? Can I have the Burlington team over here? Sir? Yeah. Sir, do you speak a little bit of Punjabi? Hindi? No. Nepali, you will say. So how do we say, Mr. Steele, I love you in Nepali? Mr. Steele, we all love you in Nepali. Do that.
Monsieur Steele, je t'amour.
It's the Burlington India team which has done it. Please give them the entire team a big round of applause. They've done a fantastic job of doing it. It's always good to start a session early, finish it early, so that we can all break and finish our other session also early. Come forward, sir. This is for you. Yeah. Put your hands together. Can the cheers be a lot louder, please? Yeah. Yeah. I think for all the energy he has given, he deserves a lot more. Put your hands together. Put your hands together. I expected a dry, boring session. The man has made it. I don't know what he had for lunch, but he certainly nothing yet. Since he's coming from Nepal, I do not know whether he has sung Dhammaratham that way. God bless him. Please give him a big, big round of applause. Good. Thank you, gentlemen. Thank you. Right. Now that we have finished early, yeah, it's 2:50 now. Can we all agree to come back by 3:50? Is it okay? I can't hear you. 3:50. Yeah, yeah. Damn it, it's my session, yeah. बाकी सब के लिए मैं कर रहा हूँ मेरे लिए.
Mr. Steele, I have a question for you. What made you come all the way from UK to Nepal only? Why not to India? Why not to Nepal?
India to go to Nepal.
Yeah, yeah. No,
Council.
No.
And it closed.
okay. No. By any chance your spouse somewhere in it? No. By any chance. No. I'm not asking for secrets. By any chance. Okay. Good. Right. Okay. Thank you. We all are back here at 3:50. The last session is my session. Yeah. Before you get up, please listen to me. Hello? All of you, please listen to me. Shakal dekho mera. Yeah. Thoda sa. Yeah. The last session is mine. We'll start early, finish early. And the last session is less of this. You guys have to talk.